Hey, Kekis here. Now, as we near the end of this amazing series, one thing has fixed itself in my mind, and it's this. There are antagonists, but there's no villain here. This is a story about hurting individuals trying to gain some sense of control over their environment, and in doing so, some control over their own pain. Wanda, Monica, Agatha, and lastly, someone who seems to have been lost and forgotten in all of this, Hayward. Of all the characters we've delved into, Hayward is the only one that we know for certain has been present for this post snap world. We know something happened to him during those 5 years. We know he lost something. He lost some sense of hope. Something's broken inside of him, and that's kind of obvious really looking at him. And it's caused him to change his outlook because this isn't the same person that Monica really remembers interacting with. It's colored his opinion and his view on superpowered individuals. It's also combined with him now being placed in charge of this global organization responsible for monitoring and keeping people safe, dealing with weapons, dealing with responsibility. He's got to look out for people. He's got to protect people. And in this post Avengers world, he doesn't feel that superpowered individuals and other people are up to the challenge, that he's got to step up and take charge. And we know for a fact that he wasn't always this way. He's someone that Monica and her mother took very seriously, someone that they trusted. And now something's happened. I'm hoping that this last episode is going to reveal just why and what's happened to him. Because there's something that I've seen people miss about Hayward, in that he's a jerk. Yes, he's a jerk. He's lashing out. He's taking violent actions. He's violating the wishes of others. But he's never actually been incorrect in anything. I mean, he's not wrong. He's bad, but he's not wrong. He's someone who's been placed in a big chair and has found an entire town full of people being held against their will, being mentally tortured by the own words of his agent. He has ulterior motives for getting involved, of course, but I fail to see a universe in which I wouldn't want someone doing anything and everything, including taking violent action, if I found out that someone that I cared about was trapped in Westfield being manipulated by a crazy lady with powers. Yes, there have been lies, yes, there have been crimes, but he just doesn't strike me as the type of person who is doing this out of some megalomaniacal goals here. He wants control, but why does he want control? What is taking the control away from him? Yes, the snap, but it's got to be more than that. It's got to be more. It's got to be something tied into his suffering, because that is really what this show is about. This show is about pain. This show is about suffering. This show is about growth. Some characters have it, some characters are not. Some characters are denying it. Some characters are rushing towards it. This white vision here is really the culmination of his acts. It's the culmination of him acting out on the pain and him trying to create some sense of control over what's happening. Now, how this is going to come into play, in my opinion, it's probably just going to be, it gets less loose, there's going to be a fight, Vision's going to end up having to destroy it, and this is going to bring to light what really is going on with him. All these characters have done horrible things that people believe they couldn't come back from. Wanda's kidnapped an entire town. Agatha's accidentally killed her coven and her mother. And Hayward is basically turning kind of nuts, trying to micromanage and control things, and creating a super robot. Monica is the only person who is so far just tossed herself in trying to help people. She's using her pain to try and help other people, while the other people are turning their pain more outwards. And if Hayward just gets left alone, as in doesn't get the help that he needs, then I will see that as an incredible missed opportunity. So here's hoping Hayward gets the help he needs, and we find out exactly what's going on with him. Well, we've got one more episode to find out, and I hope to see you there, and I hope we'll find out some very interesting things about him and the rest of these characters. Until next time, this is Cactus Boy saying thank you and bye bye.